Hey everybody, Tom Barnish, Chicago scene, downtown at 3 Dots and a Dash, enjoying our lovely spring weather we're having, right? Like, this weather makes you wonder why we're here. But the Bamboo Room inside makes you forget all about this. I'm gonna talk to Kevin. Bamboo Room voted one of the best bars in America by Esquire magazine. So let's go see what all the fuss is about. It's here at the bowels of 3 Dots and a Dash. So let's take a look-see, shall we? All right, I promise you a lot better down here as the vibe is completely changed, and I'm here with Kevin. How you doing, sir?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm wonderful. So this was voted one of the best bars in America, and I think that some people will say I'm with one of the best bartenders in the universe. So congratulations to that. I just talked to the fine folks here, but tell me about the Bamboo Room here at, do we say that we're inside 3 Dots and a Dash? Is like a little side room here?
Yeah, for sure. So the Bamboo Room is tucked away inside 3 Dots and a Dash. It's sort of our rum-focused cocktail bar where we let really the spirits take center stage and offer really a really extensive selection of rare and interesting rum.
And for this particular segment, what do you have going on for us today as far as what you're going to make and the experience that people have when they come in here?
Yeah, for sure. So this is just a little bit more refined, a little bit more intimate. You get to spend a bit more time with your bartender. A big component is offering guests our dealer's choice or custom cocktails that are really tailored to your exact preferences versus something that we perhaps have on our menu.
Fantastic. So what are you going to make for us now?
Yeah, so I've got a couple for you today. We're going to start with our namesake cocktail for this room, which is the Bamboo Room, which is
self-explanatory.
A combination of rum, some Boston Boal Madeira, a nice Italian Blanc Vermouth, Amontillado Sherry.
Are these your recipes that you've had refined over the years?
Yeah, for sure. For the most part. There's definitely some cocktails in here and a couple that I'll make for you in a moment that, are sort of our interpretations of classic rum cocktails that we've adapted to really the great selection of rum that we have down here.
All right. So is there something that you would recommend pairing with this if people were trying to make this at home? Or like, what's your favorite thing to drink with this? Or is this all about just the drink?
Yeah, so this one, again, is about the rum showing center stage. So in this case, we have a really funky, nicely aged Jamaican pastel rum from the Worthy Park Distillery. Mm-hmm. And that, really gives exceptional body to the cocktail. And we're pairing that with just really the full gamut of our favorite fortified for a cocktail that winds up drinking something like perhaps a Manhattan, a nice sort of boozy and stirred up cocktail. And just finishing off with a little bit of
a little zest,
fresh expressed citrus.
Kevin, how long have you worked here?
I've been the beverage director at 3 Dots for about 6 years now.
Oh, so you've seen your fair share of what is the pandemic and we're getting out of it, I imagine.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. This is the end of it here, huh? Look at that. All right. So that's number one. What do we got for number two?
Next is our play on the traditional Brazilian cocktail called the caipirinha, which uses a very specific and special rum from Brazil that's made from fresh cane juice called cachaça. And this particular one is aged in Ambaranya barrels, which gives the rum a really sort of interesting cinnamon and baking spice note. And we pair that with fresh lime juice and, again, a little bit of a variation from the classic. We're using a pandan syrup, which is a Southeast Asian leafy green that has this wonderful flavor of sort of vanilla and hazelnut.
All right. So what's happening there with the ice?
So we're just getting kind of the right configuration of ice for the cocktail. This cocktail really does well with some kind of like big, rough chunks of ice.
So I've heard the expression before that ice spoils a drink. Can you shed some light on that myth or that old wives' tale?
Yeah, for sure. Ice can certainly spoil a drink if it's overly wet or just in poor condition. It'll sort of dilute the cocktail in a way that, is not optimal. When you have nice, big, clear chunks of ice, they just sort of dilute nice and slowly and give you a little better control over the finished drink.
So there you have it. And in this particular case, the ice just, what you just said, it kind of just, it brings the whole cocktail together.
Yeah, for sure. here we have our version of the caipirinha.
Look at that. That looks wonderful. Nice and spring-like. And speaking of spring-like, you guys will have the outside patio opening up here as spring rolls on, correct?
Yeah, for sure. We're just starting to get into that season now, so we've been lucky enough to really utilize some of our outdoor space for the first time. And we'll have a really sort of fun cabana patio setup going on out there for the season.
So what's happening here with this drink?
All right, so this is the Hotel Nacional, which is another classic rum cocktail that we're doing a little bit of our own spin on, that has a nice dry rum from Panama with a Austrian apricot eau de vie, some lime juice, and a touch of cane syrup. And we'll shake those together without ice, because this cocktail also has sort of an interesting presentation in that way.
Oh, interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a cocktail without ice in that being shaken like that.
So these are just the ingredients, undiluted, just aerated and shaken together. And then we're going to do a pineapple snow.
Oh, this is what I've been waiting for the whole day.
So this is a... we take cold pressed pineapple juice and freeze it into a block. And then we use this Japanese ice shaver to shave it into a nice, light, fluffy snow. So it's really just a beautiful flavor of fresh pineapple.
That's wonderful.
Also gives just a great presentation. And then we'll pour over the Hotel Nacional.
Okay. Do you have specific types of events where there might be like rum tastings or any cocktail making classes or anything like that?
For sure. So we offer a rum tasting on our bamboo room menu that gives you a few different options to taste through really some of our really interesting and rare rums. A lot of our barrel selections that we've traveled down to the distilleries and picked our favorite barrels, and we offer those in tastings. And then as we have the opportunity, we do host distillers from around the Caribbean and South America to come here and speak to our guests about their rums, and often host one-off events where we'll host other bars to come in and sort of bring some of their cocktails for our guests to try.
A lot of fun. Again, real quick, what's in order here of the cocktails? What do we have here again?
Yeah, so this will be the Hotel Nacional,
And then we got
caipirinha, and the bamboo room.
fantastic. Kevin, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you for bringing a little bit of warmth and wonderfulness to the day, especially with the weather we're having right now. I look forward to springtime, but if people want to check you guys out, you mentioned a page earlier. Is also social media?
Yeah, for sure. So you can just check us out for reservations at 3dotschicago.com. And then, of course, 3 Dots is on Instagram and Facebook at 3 Dots. And you can check me out at Heads to Tails.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Kevin. I appreciate it. That's the Chicago scene for today. TBARNAS at WGNTV.com. That's TBarnes at WGNTV.com. We'll see you later.